Most countries build motorcycles to impress you. Japan builds them to embarrass everyone else. While European brands chase emotion and American bikes chase nostalgia, Japan quietly keeps doing what it's always done best, making machines that simply work better, more reliable, more efficient, faster when they need to be, cheaper when they don't. You can buy image anywhere, but performance without compromise? That's a Japanese specialty. This isn't about patriotism, it's about proof. Because in every category, sport bikes, adventure bikes, cruisers, and touring machines, there's at least one Japanese motorcycle that beats its American or European rival on the road, on the track, or in the garage. So today, we're counting down 21 Japanese motorcycles that outperform all their rivals. Not just in numbers, but in the ways that actually matter. Handling, durability, usability, and that strange satisfying feeling of knowing your bike doesn't need constant validation. Make sure you watch until the end of the video, and when you're done, leave us a comment and let us know what you think. Which Japanese bike do you think deserves to be higher on the list? Or is there one that we missed entirely? And, while you're at it, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join our great community of riders. Number 21. Suzuki V-Strom 800DE. The Suzuki V-Strom 800DE doesn't scream for attention, but that's exactly what makes it dangerous. To its competition, at least. While European adventure bikes love to show off with horsepower and software, Suzuki quietly built something that just flat out works better in the real world. The new 776cc parallel twin is all muscle where it matters, steady torque, clean power delivery, and near perfect throttle control. It feels natural on pavement and unstoppable on dirt, without needing 6 riding modes to babysit you. And unlike some of its pricier German rivals, it won't turn into a Christmas tree of warning lights if you drop it in the mud. Everything about the V-Strom 800DE is built around balance, long travel suspension, strong mid-range, and bulletproof reliability. You ride it hard, rinse it off, and do it again. While others brag about their tech, Suzuki quietly builds bikes that keep moving long after the hype fades. The V-Strom 800DE doesn't just compete, it outlasts. Number 20. Kawasaki vs 650. The Kawasaki vs 650 isn't trying to be exotic or intimidating. It's the kind of motorcycle that wins by quietly outclassing its rivals in every category that actually matters. While European middleweight tourers come with complexity and price tags to match, the Versys 650 delivers the same capability without the drama. At its core sits Kawasaki's 649cc parallel twin, one of the most proven engines in modern motorcycling. Smooth, efficient, and practically immune to abuse, it offers usable power everywhere in the rev range. Pair that with long travel suspension, an upright riding position, and rock-solid ergonomics, and you get a bike that eats miles comfortably while staying light on its feet. It's not chasing the high-tech arms race, it's perfecting the fundamentals. No confusing electronics, no maintenance nightmares, just refined engineering. Riders who switch from European tours to the Versys often say the same thing, it just feels easier. That's not simplicity as a compromise, it's simplicity as a weapon. Number 19. Yamaha MT-10. The Yamaha MT-10 is proof that Japan can play the European game and win. While bikes like the Ducati Street Fighter V4 and BMW S1000R chase outrageous horsepower and track day bragging rights, the MT-10 delivers something more usable, real-world performance that doesn't punish you for enjoying it. Underneath its aggressive styling lies a detuned version of the R1's crossplane inline 4. It still howls, it still hits hard, but Yamaha tuned it for torque, making it far more forgiving than its European rivals. The throttle response is immediate but never twitchy, and the electronics package, developed for MotoGP tech, works so seamlessly you barely notice it's there. The result is a hyper-naked that's just as thrilling, but easier to live with. It doesn't overheat in traffic, doesn't eat chains every month, and doesn't leave your wrists numb after an hour. The MT-10 might not have the price tag or the ego of its European rivals, but that's exactly why it's better. It's performance you can actually use, every single day. Number 18. Honda Goldwing. For decades, the Honda Goldwing has been the yardstick every touring bike gets measured against, and none have quite reached it. BMW, Harley, and Moto Guzzi all make big, comfortable mile eaters, but none balance power, comfort, and engineering quite like this. Honda's 1833cc flat-six engine doesn't just run smoothly, it glides. There's almost no vibration, no strain, and the bike feels unbothered at highway speeds where other tourers start feeling heavy or tired. The dual-clutch transmission is so refined, it makes manual shifting feel like a chore, and yet it never loses that mechanical soul. While its European rivals chase ever more tech and its American competitors drown in nostalgia, the Goldwing simply does everything better. It handles like a bike half its size, stays bulletproof well past 100,000 miles, and feels like it's carved from one solid piece of engineering. It's the luxury tourer everyone tries to beat, and still can't. Number 17. Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 isn't supposed to exist. On paper, cruisers are an American domain. Big V twins, chrome, noise, and attitude. But Honda looked at that formula, stripped out the theatrics, and built a better cruiser. Instead of relying on displacement and nostalgia, the Rebel 1100 runs Honda's bulletproof 1084cc Africa Twin engine, a parallel twin that delivers torque without the tantrums. It starts every time, idles perfectly, and doesn't shake itself into pieces. Add the optional DCT automatic transmission, and you get a cruiser that's faster, smoother, and easier to live with than anything Harley or Indian offers in this weight class. It's also lighter, handles better, and gets almost double the fuel economy of its rivals. No leaking oil, no chrome polish sessions, no excuses, just a clean modern machine that rides as good as it looks. The Rebel doesn't mock tradition, it just proves Japan can do it better. If you've ever owned one of these Japanese legends, or if you're writing one now, drop it in the comments. I bet most of them are still running strong. And if you love bikes that prove engineering beats ego, hit subscribe, because the next stretch of this list will show you just how far ahead Japan really is. Number 16. Yamaha MT-09 SP. The Yamaha MT-09 SP is Japan's answer to bikes like the Triumph Street Triple RS and Ducati Monster SP, and it answers with precision. Yamaha didn't just want to compete, they wanted to expose how much overcomplication hides behind those fancy price tags. Its 890cc Triple is a masterpiece of balance and character. It revs freely like a supersport, but delivers torque right off idle, making city riding effortless and mountain roads addictive. Paired with Ulan suspension, Brembo brakes, and flawless fueling, the MT-09 SP feels alive without being temperamental. While European nakeds impress with drama, Yamaha focused on flow. The chassis feels telepathic, the throttle connection razor sharp, and the reliability, well, it's Yamaha. You don't worry if it'll run tomorrow, you just wonder why anyone needs more. The MT-09 SP is proof that Japan doesn't just match Europe's best, it makes them look excessive. Performance, precision, and peace of mind. That's the real triple threat. Number 15. Suzuki GSX S1000 GT. The Suzuki GSX S1000 GT doesn't chase attention, it earns respect. It's a grand tourer built on one of those most dependable sport bike engines ever made, tuned not for bragging rights, but for the kind of effortless speed that makes distance disappear. At its core is a version of Suzuki's GSX R1000 engine, rev-happy, bulletproof, and refined for real roads. It's strong in the mid-range, buttery smooth at highway speeds, and still pulls hard enough to embarrass bikes with far fancier price tags. That's the thing about Suzuki. They focus on execution, not exaggeration. European rivals like BMW's S1000XR and KTM's Super Duke GT have more tech and complexity, but they also come with quirks, heat, and bills that pile up. The GSX S1000 GT just rides. Fast, comfortable, and drama-free. It's the thinking rider's tourer. Sharp when you want it, calm when you don't, and built with a level of reliability that keeps you on the road instead of in the shop. That's Suzuki's secret weapon. Perfection without pretense. Number 14. Honda CB1000R. The Honda CB1000R is what happens when Japan decides to make elegance faster than arrogance. It goes head-to-head with bikes like the Ducati Monster and BMW R9T, yet somehow feels more refined, more usable, and far more reliable. Honda took the proven Fireblade Inline 4, retuned it for torque, and wrapped it in minimalist cafe naked styling that looks expensive without even trying. It's fast when you twist the throttle, calm when you cruise, and built with the kind of obsessive precision that's become Honda's calling card. Unlike its European rivals, there's no personality disorder here. No rattles, no overheating, no exotic maintenance schedule. Just seamless power, near-perfect fueling, and components designed to outlast the hype. The CB1000R isn't loud about what it is. It doesn't need to be. Every detail feels deliberate, from crisp throttle response to the way the suspension stays composed on rough pavement. Where others shout, the CB1000R simply clears its throat and leaves them behind. Number 13. Yamaha XSR 900. The Yamaha XSR 900 proves that retro doesn't mean outdated. It borrows its heart from the MT-09, the same brilliant 890cc CP3 Triple, but wraps it in design cues straight out of Yamaha's golden era. It's the bike that blends vintage soul with cutting-edge engineering better than anything coming out of Europe. Triumph has the looks, Ducati has the attitude, but Yamaha nailed the balance. The XSR 900 pulls hard from low revs, sings at the top, and stays smooth no matter how you ride it. Every input feels natural. Precise fueling, intuitive handling, and a chassis that never surprises you. Unlike some retro-styled bikes that trade reliability for character, the XSR 900 gives you both. It's as dependable as a daily rider, yet looks like it rolled out of a museum built by speed addicts. The result? A machine that doesn't just remind you of the past, it shows how good the future of old-school cool can actually be. Number 12. Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. The Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R is the last of a dying breed, a middleweight supersport that still makes sense. While European brands chase superbike displacement and eye-watering prices, Kawasaki keeps perfecting balance. The ZX6R doesn't need 200 horsepower to dominate. It just needs to remind you how connected riding used to feel. That 636cc inline-4 is the sweet spot of the sport bike world. Smooth, screaming, and endlessly reliable. It'll handle track abuse all weekend, commute on Monday, and do it again next week without a hiccup. The fueling is perfect, the chassis razor sharp, and it delivers performance that shames bikes costing twice as much. Ducati's Panigale V2 might turn heads, but the ZX6R wins hearts and lap times. It's proof that refinement can be faster than aggression. The ZX6R isn't just the best middleweight Japan ever made, it's the reason Europe stopped trying. And if you're still here, you're one of us, the riders who care about machines that work as good as they look. So take a second, hit subscribe, and join our community of real-world riders. We break down the bikes that actually matter. No marketing fluff, no ego, just truth and torque. Because the next 10 motorcycles aren't just reliable, they're the ones that rewrote the rulebook. Number 11. Honda CBR 650R. The Honda CBR 650R is the sport bike that reminds everyone performance doesn't have to be punishing. While Ducati and Aprilia chase extremes, Honda focuses on the sweet spot. Usable power, flawless balance, and the kind of reliability you can set your watch by. Its 649cc inline-4 is a masterpiece of refinement. Smooth throttle response, linear power delivery, and an engine note that gets addictive above 8,000 RPM. It's fast enough to thrill but never intimidating, something most European sport bikes still haven't figured out. The CBR 650R handles long rides, short blasts, and daily commutes with the same calm precision. There's no overheating, no fragile components, and no quirks to learn. Just start it, ride it, and enjoy it. For riders who want real-world speed without the stress, this is the smart money choice. While others chase lap times, Honda built the bike you'll actually ride every day and love every mile. Number 10. Kawasaki Z900. The Kawasaki Z900 doesn't do subtle. It's Japan's reminder that you don't need a premium badge or 20 electronic settings to have fun. You just need raw mechanical excellence done right. Its 948cc inline-4 is one of the most satisfying engines in the naked class. Smooth when you want it, violent when you twist it. It doesn't overheat in traffic, doesn't rattle itself loose, and doesn't demand constant tuning. It just works. The Z900 undercuts nearly every European rival on price while outperforming most of them on reliability. Compared to bikes like the KTM Duke 890 or BMW F900R, it feels cleaner, sharper, and better balanced. There's no bloat, just a perfectly tuned chassis and an engine that feels eager every time you roll on the throttle. It's the kind of bike that doesn't need to prove anything, because the moment you ride it, you already know. Number 9. Suzuki Hayabusa. The Suzuki Hayabusa isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement. For over 2 decades, it's been the benchmark for speed, stability, and sheer engineering dominance. European brands have thrown everything at it, KTM, BMW, Ducati, but somehow, the Busa keeps coming out on top where it counts, real-world performance. Its 1340cc inline-4 doesn't chase peak horsepower, it delivers relentless acceleration across the rev range, making it easier, smoother, and more controllable than anything else in the hyperbike class. It's a weapon that's somehow calm under fire. And here's what really stings the competition: the Hayabusa lasts. While some European superbikes spend their later years in the shop, the Suzuki just keeps running, mile after mile, decade after decade. The Busa isn't about hype, it's about history. It's proof that Japan can build a motorcycle so advanced, the rest of the world still hasn't caught up. Number 8. Yamaha R7. The Yamaha R7 is a sport bike that proves less can be more. In an era where European manufacturers chase absurd horsepower and price tags, Yamaha built something better. A machine that's faster where it actually counts, in corners, in confidence, and in consistency. Powered by the 689cc CP2 twin from the MT-07, the R7 isn't about top speed, it's about feel. It's light, predictable, and telepathically precise. On tight roads or technical tracks, it makes 200 horsepower superbikes feel clumsy. The suspension is beautifully balanced, the ergonomics forgiving, and the reliability pure Yamaha. Bulletproof, season after season. It's also affordable enough that you can actually ride it hard without worrying about what it's costing you per lap. European bikes make performance look complicated. The R7 reminds you that skill, not software, wins the race. It's not just a middleweight sport bike, it's a masterclass in efficiency. Number 7. Yamaha Tenere 700. The Yamaha Tenere 700 is what happens when Japan looks at bikes like the BMW GS and decides to build something better, with half the electronics and none of the excuses. Powered by the same CP2 engine as the MT-07, it's a masterpiece of simplicity. No fragile sensors, no complex traction control systems, just smooth torque, balanced geometry, and a suspension that works everywhere. It's light enough to handle trails, strong enough for highways, and reliable enough to take you around the world without a backup plan. While the European adventure bikes chase luxury, the Tenere 700 chases the horizon. It's honest, mechanical, and built for people who actually ride off-road instead of talking about it. The Tenere doesn't just compete with its European rivals, it quietly outlasts them. It's proof that the best adventures start with trust, not a service light. Number 6. Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R. The Kawasaki Ninja ZX-10R doesn't chase trends, it defines them. While Ducati and BMW fill their superbikes with flashy electronics and sky-high price tags, Kawasaki just keeps winning races with good old-fashioned engineering. The 998cc inline-4 is brutally smooth, pushing out relentless power without feeling twitchy or fragile. Kawasaki's race-developed chassis gives it laser precision, and the electronics, refined in World Superbike, enhance the experience instead of overwhelming it. But the real difference? Durability. You can ride a ZX-10R hard, for years, without watching your maintenance costs double its resale value. Owners regularly rack up high mileage without issues, something few European superbike owners can say. The ZX-10R isn't built for coffee shops or showrooms, it's built to win. And in a class full of divas, this one's the fighter that just keeps getting back up. Number 5. Honda Africa Twin. The Honda Africa Twin is the bike that turned reliability into an adventure weapon. While BMW's GS models lean on tech and torque, Honda went back to what riders actually need: simplicity, balance, and the kind of reliability that laughs at bad roads. Its 1084cc parallel twin isn't about brute force, it's about smooth, predictable torque that works anywhere on Earth. Paired with Honda's DCT transmission, it makes long rides effortless and technical terrain surprisingly manageable. You don't need to scroll through menus or second-guess settings, it just does what you tell it to every time. It's lighter, tougher, and easier to fix than its European rivals, and it rarely breaks in the first place. The Africa Twin doesn't talk about adventure, it lives it. When the others are waiting on parts, this one's already halfway to the next border. Number 4. Yamaha R1. The Yamaha R1 isn't just fast, it's philosophical. While European superbikes chase higher specs and louder headlines, Yamaha builds speed you can actually trust. Its MotoGP DNA distilled into something that doesn't need a race team to keep running. Its 998cc crossplane inline-4 still sounds like thunder in a bottle, but it's what you don't hear that matters. No mechanical complaints, no unpredictable quirks. Yamaha engineered balance so perfect that the R1 feels alive, not wild. The electronics are smooth, the feeling precise, and the reliability unmatched. Ducati's Panigale might win attention, but the R1 wins endurance. It just keeps running, lap after lap, year after year. It's the kind of bike that makes speed feel civilized and chaos controlled. The R1 isn't just a superbike, it's proof Japan can build better performance art that never breaks character. Number 3. Kawasaki ZH2. The Kawasaki ZH2 is proof that Japanese engineering can be outrageous and still reliable. It's the only naked bike in the world with a factory supercharger, and somehow, it behaves better than most naturally aspirated European machines. That 998cc inline-4, boosted by Kawasaki's in-house supercharger, delivers acceleration so violent it feels like gravity forgot its job. But the brilliance is in how civilized it all is. The power comes on smooth, the electronics are seamless, and it'll idle through city traffic without complaint. Try saying that about a Ducati Street Fighter V4. Despite the performance, the ZH2 is built like an industrial machine, over-engineered, under-stressed, and shockingly dependable. It doesn't need babying, just fuel and a smile. Kawasaki didn't just build a monster, they built a masterpiece of control. The ZH2 proves Japan can do insanity better, faster, and longer than anyone else. Number 2. Yamaha MT-07. The Yamaha MT-07 is the motorcycle that proves brilliance doesn't need complexity. While rivals chase horsepower and electronics, Yamaha focused on feel and accidentally built one of the most loved bikes on earth. Its 689cc CP2 engine is legendary for a reason. Mountains of torque, feather lightweight, and bulletproof reliability. It's fast enough for veterans, friendly enough for beginners, and tough enough to outlast most of its competition. There are faster bikes, yeah, but few that make speed feel this natural. It wheelies, commutes, tours, and never complains. Owners have ridden MT-07s across continents with nothing but chain lube and a grin. This is Japan's greatest trick, making engineering disappear. No modes, no gimmicks, just connection. The MT-07 isn't the flashiest, but it's the bike that reminds you why you fell in love with riding in the first place. Number 1. Honda CB750 Hornet. The Honda CB750 Hornet is more than a motorcycle, it's a message. When Honda brought back the Hornet name, they weren't chasing nostalgia. They were reminding the world that Japanese engineering really means balance, refinement, and performance without compromise. Powered by a 755cc parallel twin, the CB750 Hornet combines punchy torque with Honda's trademark smoothness. It's light, agile, and forgiving, yet fast enough to make even the Europeans nervous. Every part feels overbuilt, from the gearbox to the fueling, and reliability is so consistent it's almost boring. While European middleweights show off with price and prestige, the Hornet just delivers. It's the ultimate all-rounder, powerful, comfortable, and simple in the best way possible. The CB750 Hornet isn't just proof that Japan can outperform the world, it's proof they still do. Some bikes impress you once, Japanese bikes impress you forever. They don't chase trends or headlines, they just keep winning where it matters, on the road, in the garage, and in your memories. If you've owned one of these machines, you already know why Japan still leads the world. And if you believe motorcycles should be built to last, hit subscribe. Ride safe, ride smart, and ride something built better.